The world is changing. The world is changing very fast, and most of us are not even paying attention. Look at what is happening all around. Look at what is happening in the internet. Social media is the new media. War is the new trending topic. In this episode of the Brian Njema Show, we are going to break down how the world is changing right in front of our eyes. Let's start by looking at the future of work. Everything that you need to think about this. This is something that is very serious. So let me tell you something. Everything that you are told growing up about work, going to school, getting a degree, finding a stable job, what if that entire system is quietly collapsing? What if that system is dying a very quiet, albeit very consistent death? Welcome to the Brian Njema Show, where we don't just talk, we think. No scripts, no filters. A DJ, a creative, a bunch of other things, trying to make sense of where the world is going. And more importantly, where you and I who is watching fit in into the new world order. Today we are going to talk about something that affects everyone. The future of work. And I'll be honest with you. A lot of people are not ready for what's coming. I think even I included. I'm trying my best to get myself ready for what's coming. But I don't think most of us realize how much change is going to happen in the near future. So let's start here. You see that traditional career path. You are asked, what do you want to become when you grow up? You very happily said a teacher, an engineer, a driver, a policeman, a soldier. Back then, jobs were stable. Companies were loyal. Pensions were paid out. Skills didn't expire quickly. You could literally work one job for 20 to 30 years and you would be set for life. My grandfather did the same. The generation of my parents, they're also trying to do the same. But right now, companies are downsizing overnight. You recently saw what Donald Trump tried to do with the cutting of federal jobs. Imagine the entire US government doing a very massive downsizing. And I think they were targeting on laying down 300,000 workers or something. Where do you think those workers were going to go? AI is replacing tasks faster than people can adapt, which is making degrees to lose their power. Traditional education is losing its power. And so where does that leave us? Instead of complaining, we need to actually figure out how we are going to use AI to secure our futures. Because if we don't, the human race is known for adapting, so we are probably going to adapt. But before that happens, I don't think people are still ready to adapt. Because we are moving from a job economy to a skill economy. Think about that. We are moving from a job economy to a skill economy. It's no longer can you show up to work. It's what can you do for me? How valuable is your skill? How much do I need you? Are you absolutely indispensable to my operations? It is no longer about what did you study. It's about what can you actually do. Add that to the fact that AI is changing everything. The average person can now do a lot. And that is the elephant in the room, which we are going to address right now. Let me make this camera face me well so that you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, right there. Let's see. Tools like ChatGPT, automation platforms, content generators, and now latest AI agents, they are not coming. They are already here. And no, AI is not just replacing low-skilled jobs. It's coming for writers, designers, coders, analysts. But here is the twist most people miss. AI doesn't just replace jobs, it multiplies output. One person with AI can now do the work of 5. So the question isn't, will AI take jobs? The real question is, will you be the person using AI or the person being replaced by someone who is? And this is where we now look into everything that whenever a shift happens, of course some people lose their jobs, but there are always new opportunities. So you have to look into the new opportunities. And this is where it gets interesting. Because while some doors are closing, others open. It's the circle of life, We are entering an era where individuals can build personal brands with minimal capital. Creators can monetize directly. Freelancers can work globally. Look at my situation. I am a DJ. I have some camera gear like the camera you are watching me through right now. That is a media company waiting to happen. Today, I don't need a TV station or a record label or a big company. I only need skills, consistency, and a decent strategy. Platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, they have removed the gatekeepers, and in some sense, they have become the gatekeepers themselves. Now the only question is, are you going to use them intentionally? Are you going to try to open your gate? Are you going to become that person who cannot be ignored by the gatekeepers? Are you going to add value? Right now, if I want to hire someone, maybe to help me with shooting, because I cannot do everything alone. I'm a DJ. I'm also a videographer, photographer. I cannot be behind the camera and in front of the camera at the same time, because I am the talent, and I am also the director. So I need to either get someone to assist me to be in front of the camera, or behind the camera. If I get someone with good talent, then we can try to grow their brand or something like that. So I will not be looking at what they studied or anything like that. I'm going to look at what are you bringing to the table. If I teach you how to expose a photo correctly or a video and how to compose it and the angles on creative angles, how to shoot it, how quickly can you learn that? Because I had to learn that very quickly. I'm quite a decent cameraman, but I had to learn that very fast. And I find that sometimes I try to teach people and it is not as quick for them to learn the basics. Like just how to basically frame a good shot, because you need to have a good eye to be able to frame a good shot. And then after that, you can expose it. So I'm going to be looking for a highly motivated and highly skilled and also talented person who is also, our goals are aligned, who wants to achieve the same thing that I want to achieve. So the question is, are you going to be using content, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram? Are you going to be using them intentionally, or are you just going to consume and become the customer? And now we have come to the segment of the rant. Now this is where I rant. Here is where I have a problem. A lot of people know things are changing, but they are still waiting for motivation, waiting for the right time to start, waiting for someone to save them. Meanwhile, the world is moving fast, and the harsh reality, nobody is coming to save you. Not the government, not your employer, not your degree. If you don't adapt, you get left behind. Simple. And now we have come to the part of where I try to advise you. This is the advice segment. So what do you do? So what do you do first of all? If you want to conquer the world, you have to realize that in every job that you are in, if you are employed, if you are in a small business, you are employed by someone business, every skill that you have to realize that there is the business side of that. So if you are employed, you have to ask yourself, the skills that I have, how can I monetize them to work for me? If you have small money in your savings, you can say, I'm going to invest in a certain skill. Maybe you know a little bit about electronics, or you are interested in electronics. Go pick up this thing that they used to go pick up a soldering iron. See if you can put two and two PCBs together. See if you can turn that into something that can actually feed you. Try to do something, try to monetize something that you love doing, so that motivation is never going to be a problem for you. Because if you try to monetize something that you don't love doing, when the day comes that you don't feel motivated, then you're going to feel that you are going to start lacking in consistency. So that is why even me, I try to at least pick something that I love. I love working with gadgets. I love just marveling at good technology, things like that. I also love talking, even though I feel that I'm quite a bit shy around strangers. But I'm trying to talk to my camera. I don't know how it's going. You tell me in the comments. So we are in the advice segment, and I'll make it simple for you. So one, you have to learn a high value skill. Even if I was just talking to somebody and they told me that they don't love being on camera. So you don't have to be on camera to monetize this social media thing. You can do faceless. You can do faceless content. You can also, faceless content is actually a big thing. You could also learn editing. And you could edit for those content creators who have already made quite some money for themselves, and they feel like to continue producing more contents, they need to hire editors so that they keep the volume coming. You could learn creative communication. If you are somebody who is camera friendly, pick up your phone, record a video, see if you can talk to people, see if you can connect with people at a personal level. Because let's be honest, right now we are now living in what is called an attention economy. Everybody is searching for attention. You pick up your phone, you go on TikTok, videos there scream for your attention. Come on, watch me. Click here, press that comment section button, share that video. Everybody is selling attention, and everybody is buying attention. You could also learn problem solving, creative problem solving, or even non-creative problem solving. Learn a high value skill that is not easily replaceable by AI. So either learn something physical that AI cannot do, or something that you can use AI to your advantage to get ahead in the industry, or something that is simply human that no machine can do, but you can still extract some value from it. And that is where problem solving comes. You solve problems for people, they pay you. Number 2, use AI. Don't fear it. AI is not the devil. That guy is calling me when I'm ranting over here. Okay, use AI, don't fear it. Start small. Write with the AI, plan with it, strategize with it, try to build with it, try to get design inspiration. Build something, build a brand, build a channel, build a name for yourself, build a service, help people solve their problems, make some money. Go find a person with a business who is struggling to sell. Tell them I can do 1, 2, 3 things for you. If we get customers, maybe you can give me a commission. Do something like that. Think long term. Stop chasing quick money. Build leverage. And by building leverage, you also have to build yourself a good name, a good reputation. When people think I have a certain problem, you are the first name that pops into mind. You could be an electrician, you could be a plumber. Build something with that. Build a company, brand it. Mwangi Electrical Services. Get some reflector jackets, put your logo on that. When you are going to work, don't just carry your screwdrivers. Have an electronic drill. Let people see a semblance of professionalism in whatever you are doing. Because in this world right now, you have to sell also the perception. How people see you is how they treat you. Utabebwa vile unajibeba mtu wangu. Yes. Yeah, and with that, at the end of the day, the future of work is not scary. It's just different. And the people who win are the ones who will see the shift already and move accordingly. I am Brian Njema, and this is the Brian Njema Show. Subscribe.